factor. X squared minus 8x plus 15. So the first thing I'm going to do on all the problems in this lesson is label the A, B, and C of my quadratic equation. Remember, the A is always the coefficient in front of x squared, B is always the coefficient in front of x, and C is always the coefficient without a variable next to it. All right, then after the right-hand side, I'm going to make a table. On the left-hand side of the table, I'm going to figure out what we can multiply to make C, and on the right side, add to make B. So C in this example is 15. B is negative 8. So let's think of the ways that we can multiply to make 15. Well, that would be 15 and 1, 3 and 5. Now I need to make 8. I need to add to make 8. There is no way I can ever add or subtract 15 and 1 to make 8. There is a way I can make 8 or negative 8 with 3 and 5 though. If I need to make negative 8, then that means both the 3 and the 5 have to be negative. So let's see if that still works. Negative 3 times negative 5 is 15. Negative 3 plus negative 5 is negative 8. So negative 3 and negative 5 are the two numbers that work for this problem. Now remember, after I've factored, if I wanted to, I could FOIL to show that what I ended up with is correct. X times x is x squared, outer is negative 5x, inner is negative 3x, last is 15, negative 5 and negative 3 make negative 8. And now I've ended up with what I started with, x squared minus 8x plus 15. X squared plus 9x plus 20. So I like to put a 1 in front of my x squared, that's my A. My 9 is B. My C is 20. Make my table. What can I multiply to make C and add to make B? Well, C is 20. B is 9. So let's list out the ways to make 20. 20 and 1, 10 and 2, 4 and 5, and that is it. All right, so let's see if we add them what they make. 20 and 1 make 21, 10 and 2 make 12, 4 and 5 make 9. So that's the one I need. And when it's both positive, so the 20 and the 9 are both positive, those are the easiest types of problems. Because then all you have to deal with are positive numbers. You don't have to worry about negatives at all. So then we have x plus 4 and x plus 5. And keep in mind, it doesn't matter which order you put it in. You could do x plus 5 and then x plus 4, but the 4 and 5 have to be positive. So that's the most important part. X squared minus 5x minus 6. So my A is 1, B is negative 5, C is negative 6. What can I multiply to make C, or multiply to make negative 6 and add to make negative 5? Well, what makes 6? 6 and 1, 3 and 2. So this is the first one where really both of those could make 5. So we've got to really figure out which one can make negative 5 when you add and multiply to make negative 6. Well, we know if we're going to multiply to make negative 6, only one of the numbers can be negative. Because if they're both negative, two negatives multiply to make a positive. So, let's say, for example, if I put the negative by the 3 or the 2, I'm either going to get negative 1 or 1, and that's too small. So I have to work with the 6 and the 1. So which one has to be negative in order to make negative 5? That would be the 6. Negative 6 and 1 make negative 5. So that's the one that will work. So x minus 6, because we needed a negative 6, and then x plus 1. X squared plus 3x minus 18. So what multiplies to make negative 18, adds to make 3. Well, what can make 18? 18 and 1, 9, 3 and 6. Oh, yep, 9 and 2. Okay, so which one could possibly make 3? Well, that's going to have to be the 3 and 6. 18 and 1 are too big. 9 and 2, the smallest that could make is 7, so, or negative 7. So we're going to have to work with the 3 and the 6. So in order for this to be positive 3 for our answer when we add them, we're going to need a negative 3 and a positive 6. Negative 3 and positive 6 make 3. Negative 3 times 6 makes our negative 18 we need. So x minus 3, x plus 6. X squared minus 6x plus 8. A is 1, B is negative 6, C is 8. So what multiplies to make 8 and adds to make negative 6? All our 8s are 8 and 1 and 4 and 2. So 8 and 1 is too big to ever make 6, so it can't be that one, so it's going to have to be 4 and 2. I need to make a negative 6 and a positive 8. So in order to make 6, I'm going to have both of these be negative. So negative 4 and negative 2 make negative 6. Negative 4 times negative 2 makes 8. So I have what I need. So x minus 4 and x minus 2. So that came from right here. X squared minus 2x minus 48. So A is 1, B is negative 2, C is negative 48. So what multiplies to make negative 48 and adds to make negative 2. All right, so 48 is bigger, so we've got more possibilities there. So 48 and 1, 24 and 2, 6 and 8. There are more there, but I can see the one that's going to get me to 2. That's the 6 and the 8. So if I need to make negative 2, that means my 8 is going to have to be negative. 6 times negative 8 is negative 48. 6 plus negative 8 is negative 2. So 6 and negative 8 is what's going to work.